It's been a rough few years for crime across the country. Following the pandemic, homicides and drug use skyrocketed. In Baton Rouge, officials recorded their deadliest year on record in 2021 with 149 murders. The city's mayor, Sharon Weston Broome, is working to lower that crime rate. She spoke at Press Club on Monday. Here's a snippet of what she had to say.
One thing is clear. Cities across the country are focused on investing in what actually creates safe, healthy, and prosperous communities. This includes housing, health care, mental health, and substance abuse services. Also, community-based restorative forms of justice that address the root causes of harm and violence. For Baton Rouge, I have begun to tackle this complicated topic by working to address some of the root issues that can disrupt community safety, as well as looking at issues currently that strain our public safety resources. We must approach our goal of peace from all angles, and we have to do the work in order to see progress for our community, for our people. I've always held the belief that we are stronger together, and I have no doubt that that's a shared goal that we all have, a shared principle, shared belief. Our work to create a community of peace, prosperity, and progress is layered in a three-pronged approach. That includes law enforcement, mental health, and community engagement. Law enforcement, mental health, and community engagement. Growing and sustaining our police force and all city parishes departments remains my top priority as mayor. To be effective, we must have qualified, well-trained, and knowledgeable officers. In August, we raised police officers' pay by 7% across the board. This is a 13% pay increase for Baton Rouge Police Department officers over the past 2 years, something we did without a tax increase. And I will continue to fight for fair pay for the officers who protect and serve our communities, which also ensuring that they have the adequate equipment and technology to perform their duties effectively. Along with pay raises, my administration has invested more than $10 million in recent years for technology, equipment, recruitment, and training to enhance public safety, not only in the city of Baton Rouge, but throughout East Baton Rouge Parish. Throughout this process, I'm reminded that change does not come easy, and it definitely does not come overnight. This city is evolving day by day. So that means that we must evolve our strategies to real change in our communities. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "It isn't enough to talk about peace. One must believe in it, and it isn't enough to believe in it. One must work at it." I stand by this in our efforts to keep the residents and guests of East Baton Rouge Parish safe. Complementing law enforcement is mental health. Even before the global COVID-19 pandemic, we have been witnessing an increase of individuals experiencing a crisis with mental health and substance abuse. Over the last 2 years, the COVID-19 pandemic and the social disconnection that it fostered has only intensified these mental health problems. One of our leading mental health providers, the Bridge Center for Hope, opened in February 2021 and has served more than 3,700 people experiencing a mental health or substance abuse crisis in East Baton Rouge Parish. And it is imperative that they stay focused and remain efficient and effective because they are very much needed. Additionally, we are developing the BRIGHT initiative, investing $1 million allocated by Congressman Troy Carter to provide trauma-informed therapy in neighborhoods with the greatest level of violence. This is not a new focus for my administration. Early on, we used the recast program, as you may recall, to address the trauma experienced by our community members and law enforcement personnel in the aftermath of the events of 2016. Our third pillar of public safety is community engagement. Baton Rouge is one of 16 cities in the White House Community Violence Intervention Collaborative. This collaborative empowers all of our local, state, and federal public safety partners to work together, create best practices that are fair and equitable, and influence existing systems to produce the best health and safety outcomes for individuals and families.
Mayor Sharon Weston Broome says her team spoke with more than 33,000 community members and recorded their needs and suggestions to improve public safety in their neighborhoods.